Coming up on this week's edition of the Met Report, our spring sports teams are coming down to the home stretch with playoffs right around the corner. We'll tell you how they did.
And one of our own reporters was at the scene of the 420 rally. She'll let you know how it went.
Also, a recent poll voted Metro State to be one of the most affordable colleges in the country. Stay tuned for all this and more on the Met Report. Welcome to this week's edition of the Met Report. I'm LeeAnna Duarte.
And I'm Mehregan Mizani. Last month, MSU Denver appeared on a list of the most affordable large public colleges in the U.S. In the study conducted by affordablecollegesonline.org, Metro ranked as the #1 best value university in Colorado, outranking both CU Boulder and CSU. According to the study, this list comprises not only tuition costs, but also average earning of alumni and excellence in education. MSU's own President Jordan responded by saying, MSU Denver truly is Colorado's best value in higher education. Tune in next week for a more in-depth look at the value of a degree from MSU Denver.
With graduation right around the corner, it's crunch time for job searches. This Tuesday in Tivoli Room 215, Career Services is offering a workshop hosted by its counselors. The workshop will teach students the basic how-tos of a job search. The workshop will go from 12:30 p.m. through 2 o'clock p.m.
Is it your first time moving? Need some tips on renting? Then the Denver Housing and Resources Fair is the perfect place to find answers. The fair is on Wednesday, May 1st in Tivoli Room 320. Explore housing options and get info on everything from storage to responsible pet ownership. There will be free food and over $600 in prizes given away. If you are unable to attend but would like more information, email Metro Student Media at studentmedia@msudenver.edu.
College students rejoice. While the constant grind of classes, homework, and jobs leave us without the benefit of a home-cooked meal, the Hotel Tourism and Event Center is here to help. The HTE is back for their student luncheons program that allows all campus students to come on down to enjoy a buffet-style lunch for the price of just $15. For most students, it's a nice change outside of the norm of Subway and Pizzarina. The luncheon takes place every Thursday at noon in room 101 of the Hospitality Learning Center. Make sure you contact Susan Conder at the email below to make your reservations.
Metro student will have the unique opportunity to hear a sitting Supreme Court Justice speak on campus next week. Supreme Court Justice Sonia Sotomayor will be in the PE Events Center on May 2nd to talk about Hispanic cultural history and success. The event is free, open to everyone, and is set to begin at 7 p.m., but doors will open at 5:30.
MSU Denver's Student Government Assembly official results are in. Incumbents Laura No and Anthony Sylvester have been re-elected president and vice president, respectively, of MSU Denver's SGA. Seth Harris is elected as student representative to the Board of Trustees. Elected as representatives to the Student Advisory Committee to the Rear Board are Ariel Dugarry and Justin Bush. In addition, students approved the 4 following referendums: Phoenix Center fee, intercollegiate athletic department fee, smoking policy, and constitutional update. A total of 2,690 votes were cast in this year's election, representing 12% of the MSU Denver student population, up to 4% from last year's election.
MSU Denver is going to be celebrating Cinco de Mayo early this year. The festivities will take place on Thursday, May 2nd from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. in the Tivoli Commons. There will be food, music, crafts, and a history about the Battle of Puebla, which is the event that the day commemorates.
For months, Metro's athletic department has had plans for a brand new multi-million-dollar athletic complex that can house all the outdoor sports, ranging from baseball to soccer to tennis. Groundbreaking was set last Wednesday, April 17th, but bad weather forced the athletic committee to postpone the ceremony to warmer months, most likely May or June. For more details, we spoke to Andy Schickling, Metro's Sports Information Director.
First phase is going to be the tennis courts, and they're going to be completed by this coming August. And then phase 2 will be a soccer field and a softball field. And then the final phase will be adding a baseball field and some locker rooms out there. So by the time that's all completed, it's going to entail all of our outdoor sports with the exception of track.
Wow, I'm actually excited to see what this new facility is going to be like. Seems like it's going to be really cool.
Yeah, hopefully it brings more students to check out some games.
Yeah, no doubt. And coming up after the break, Paula Ruelas fills you in on everything Hollywood.
And Aurora campus celebrated Denim Day in style. We'll tell you all about the special day on campus.
The Met Report is brought to you today in part by the Health Center at Auraria, a proud sponsor of the Healthy Moves program. Healthy Moves brings Zumba, belly dancing, Nia, Pilates, and yoga classes to Auraria for free as part of tuition and fees. Classes are offered Monday through Friday. You can find the full schedule on the Wellness Channel in Connect You or on the Health Center website at msudenver.edu/healthymoves. Also, real-time updates are on Twitter at BeWellAuraria, and news and events are on Facebook at Health Center at Auraria.
Welcome back. The annual 420 rally held at Denver's Civic Center Park on April 20th soon turned into chaos, and this time it had nothing to do with smoking marijuana. Shortly before 5 p.m. on April 20th, shots were fired near the 420 rally being held at Denver's Civic Center Park. Thousands fled the scene when shots ranged out near the outdoor Greek theater. 2 victims were shot in the leg, and a third was grazed by a stray bullet in what was described by Denver police as a gang shooting. No one was seriously injured, but the victims were taken to Denver Health Medical Center. The investigation into the shooting is being turned over to the Denver Police Department's gang unit. Denver police are looking for 2 men and are asking witnesses that fled the scene to come forward with information.
This past November, Colorado became the first state to legalize marijuana with the passing of Amendment 64. We now go to Christy Nahoff with our coverage of the 420 rally.
Hi there, MSU Denver. Today, the Mile High City gets just a little bit higher. Thousands of marijuana activists and enthusiasts have descended upon Civic Center Park in what is sure to be a historic 420 celebration. The scene at Civic Center Park was one of peace and tranquility. The park was crowded with people dancing to the drums, an occasional wisp of smoke in the sky. I had the pleasure of meeting a few of these people as they explained to me what brought them out on this beautiful day.
Basically, I think I'm here because I'm trying to support cannabis and 420 as a whole, and I want to show people that cannabis is not only for like stoners, it's actually for people who are smart and in college. And
celebrate the landmark of Amendment 64. That's pretty much it. 420! From the city that's now a little higher, and for the Met Report, this is Kristen Stewart.
The sun and warmth came just in time for Auraria Campus annual Denim Day Festival. Denim Day has been internationally celebrated since 1999 due to an overturned rape conviction because the victim was wearing tight jeans. Auraria Campus celebrated Denim Day by designing and decorating jeans with messages supporting loved ones who have been victims of sexual abuse and violence. There were games and activities that students could participate in to help support the festival. After the outside festivities, U.S. Olympian gold medalist Kayla Harrison spoke about how she overcame sexual abuse.
With summer right around the corner, the Denver Cruisers 2013 theme schedule has been released. Denver Cruisers is a weekly bicycle ride that takes place every Wednesday night from mid-May through September. Each week is a different theme, and cyclists ride from various start points to eventually meet at Civic Center Park. The May 15th kickoff ride will be themed Hi-Ho Silver, and the following week is Under the Sea. For a complete list of scheduled themes, visit denverurban.com and search for Denver Cruisers.
Even though most of us are over the snow, some are looking forward to an extension on their ski and snowboarding season. With that said, we want to send a warning to people that are heading into the high country this weekend. With all the mix of hot and cold weather, avalanche danger is at very high. Deaths from avalanches this season just hit 11 people. The highest level of danger is during daylight hours. However, it is advised that you carry all the proper equipment at all times and obey all closures. For more information which areas the most dangerous, visit www.nwac.us.
I'm actually pretty excited for the Denver Cruisers schedule to come out. Can't wait to start riding again.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to buy a bike this season and check it out.
Nice.
Now to give us a look at the upcoming forecast is Peter Aragon. And Peter, it seems like the cold might be going away from Colorado.
That's right, guys. We're actually going to have this thing called spring here coming to Colorado, so time to pull out those shorts and t-shirts. Let's look over at the Saturday forecast. We're going to high of 60, upper 60s, 69 in Colorado Springs and Denver, DIA at 68. And over there in Lamar, you're going to have a high of 78. Out west in Gunnison, Durango, and Alamosa, mid to upper 60s out there. And in Grand Junction, it's going to be a high of 75. And Sunday is going to be more of the same. You're going to get actually warmer on Denver, Colorado Springs 74, Boulder 72, and DIA at 81, and Lamar all the way up to 85. And out west again, highs in the upper 60s, mid 70s, and Grand Junction's going to be high of 80 degrees. And onto the 5-day forecast for next week. You have Monday, Tuesday, highs of 70s and 77 and 74, lows of 50 and 42. Storm comes in Tuesday evening, causing snow on Wednesday. 46 is the high, 37 is the low. And Thursday, Friday, it does warm up to upper 50s and mid 60s, and a low of 37 and 43. Well, that does it for this week's edition of Weather. We'll be right back after this.
Now and then I get insecure from all the pain. I'm so ashamed. I am beautiful, no matter what they say. Words can't bring me down.
Where I bring Hollywood a mile high.
Aligning the Hollywood stars over Denver.
I'm here to bring you the latest juicy gossip from the mile high to the streets of Hollywood.
Give your most handsome look to that camera.
Where I'll be bringing you the latest gossip from Tinseltown all the way up to a mile high.
I didn't get any injuries. You were okay? I was okay. I was a little dancing, these, you know.
Check us out every Friday live at 12:30 p.m. on The Met Report.
And now Paula Ruelas is in the studio to update us on the latest goings-ons of Hollywood. Paula?
Hey Metro, I'm Paula Ruelas here to bring the latest gossip from Tinseltown up to the Mile High City. So of all the celebrities likely to get arrested, Reese Witherspoon was not one I thought would ever land behind bars. Star's Sweet Home Alabama wasn't so sweet to the police officer who arrested her husband for drunk driving. Jim Toth and Reese Witherspoon's Ford Fusion was pulled over in Atlanta after it was seen swerving in and out of traffic lanes. The officer on duty conducted a breathalyzer on Toth, and after he blew a .139, was arrested. The arrest angered Witherspoon so much, she began screaming at the officer, questioning whether he was a real cop, and asking if he knew who she was. After failing to follow the officer's commands to stay quiet and in the car, Reese was arrested for disorderly conduct. Both Toth and Witherspoon were taken to the Atlanta City Jail. So what's the important part to take away from this besides not drinking and driving? Well, according to David Spade, it said if you have to ask someone if they know you're famous, then you're probably not as famous as you thought. Oh, Teen Mom, the show that produces porn stars and heroin users. The latest news surrounding the MTV show regards Janelle Evans. Evans is no stranger to being locked up, and her most recent stint was, surprise, due to heroin. That's right. Police found 12 bundles of heroin in Evans' home after they were called to investigate an altercation between Evans and her husband, Cortland Rogers. Evans was officially arrested for possession of heroin with intent to sell, possession of illegally obtained Percocet, and assault. All this came after a scene aired showing what appears to be a strung-out Evans fiending for more drugs. Be sure to tune into next week's episode of Untold Stories of the ER, where Janelle will likely be making her next appearance. And for all you moviegoers out there, there is a new movie premiering soon. The Reluctant Fundamentalist, starring Riz Ahmed and Kate Hudson, is an action thriller based on a novel by Mohsin Hamid. It's about a Pakistani man who seeks the American dream, but that dream is taken away from him after the Twin Towers are attacked on 9/11. Tune in for an exclusive interview with Riz Ahmed on kmet.org on May 7th. The Reluctant Fundamentalist will be in select theaters starting May 3rd. Now, among all the beloved celebrities in Hollywood, there are some who are just downright hated. Whether it's because they're in and out of jail or simply because they're just annoying, here is some of the list of the most hated female celebrities. First on the list is the once loved and idolized Lindsay Lohan. Remember when Leela was talented and hot and had a career every girl dreamed of? Well, that was then, and this is now. These days, Leela is in and out of jail and rehab so often that her fans are sick of her antics. Next up is Taylor Swift. The country crooner was once loved for her boy-bashing songs, but after a while, people began questioning whether her failed relationships were really just a ploy for writing material, and eventually got sick of her incessant whining. Now the obnoxious Kristen Stewart, the two-timing celeb, is among the most hated because, frankly, she doesn't make an effort, ever. I mean, K-Stu, do you ever brush your hair? And lastly, Justin Bieber. The Biebs is on the list for many reasons. Trying too hard to be cool is just one of them. And the other, and perhaps the biggest reason, is that he's Justin Bieber.
Wow, Teen Mom, they are just a hot mess. Way to set an example.
I know.
On TV.
They're all spiraling out of control. I don't understand why the show's still on the air.
Exactly.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
Good for you.
After the break, Myles Potter gets you up to date with all the spring sports action.
The sun seems to shine a little less since you've been gone.
You were the one I wanted. Don't stray, don't ever go away.
I'll just smile and everyone will wanna go with it. Oh.
Don't know a lot about Oliver.
From the Colorado School of Mines in Golden
to Black Hills State University in South Dakota,
to Colorado State University in Pueblo.
For more than 100 years,
the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference
has stood for excellence in the classroom and on the playing field.
With 14 great colleges and universities,
student athletes in the RMAC achieve on a national stage
while earning their college degrees.
The Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference, continuing the tradition of excellence.
Now joining us for Met Report Sports is Myles Potter. Myles, what's going on in the world of sports?
This week was a very busy week for Metro State fans. We had all our spring sports in action. Let's start off with the men's tennis, where they played against CSU Pueblo. They would defeat CSU Pueblo 5-2 in the opening round. In doubles, the #1 team of Gabriel Vajos and Adrian Delvaux both defeated their opponents as the Roadrunners took 3 of 2 matches in singles. Metro would win 3 of 3 matches to reach a total of 5 wins and move on to the next round. They advanced to face the #1 seed in Western New Mexico. Metro was trying to avoid elimination, but would lose 5-2. The Roadrunners would finish 4th in the overall tournament. Now to the women's side, where they would play Carl Mesa in the second round after earning a first-round bye. The Roadrunners would try to keep it close, but would fall just short 3-5. In doubles, the #1 team of Cara Comwell and Alicia Holmes would defeat their opponents 8-5 to move Holmes for her 32nd career doubles win. Metro would face CSU Pueblo in the third-place match on Sunday and would make quick work of the Thunderwolves, winning 5-love. Now to let's talk track and field, where the Roadrunners competing in Long Beach, California for the Beach Invitational. On Saturday, Edgar Erickson would race in the 3,000-meter steeplechase and finished 7th out of 21 runners with a time of 9 minutes and 9 seconds. Brianna Hemming would hit her provisionally qualifying time in the 800 meters. She would post a time of 2 minutes and 11 seconds. That's a school record. She finished 17th out of 110 runners. Janelle Links would run the 1,500 meters, and she would also break a school record in the time of 4 minutes and 37 seconds. The runners will be back in action this weekend at Colorado Mines. Now to softball, where Metro is looking to finish off the season strong, but are looking also to avoid the sweep from New Mexico Highlands. Heading into Game 4, Metro would jump out to a 3-0 lead in the second, but the Cowgirls would tie it up in the bottom of the inning. In the 5th, Metro would take the lead from Good. Chelsea Brew would take one deep, scoring Annalise Garcia, giving her team the 8-3 lead. Highlands would add 2 more in the bottom of the inning, but Metro would hang on to win 8-5, improving to 14-27 overall and 7-22 in RMAC play. Softball would take on Black Hills State on Saturday and on Sunday, where it's senior day. Because of the snow on Friday, the baseball team had to play 2 on Saturday and 2 on Sunday. They started out slow, losing the first 2 against CSU Pueblo. But Sunday was a new day. The Roadrunners would give the ball to Nick Hamill, and boy, he would not disappoint, throwing 7 innings with 8 strikeouts, allowing 1 earned run. Metro would jump on the board first in the second with a 2-run triple by Mitch Gibbons, scoring both Daryl Baca and Zach Baldini. But CSU Pueblo would come right back. Nick Hamill would try to pick off the runner, but overthrows it, and that would score the first run for the Thunderwolves. They would add a sac fly and make it 2-2. Now to the bottom of the fourth, when Metro would take the lead for Good with a 3-run jack by Baca. Metro added another, making it 6-2. The Thunders would try to make a comeback, but Metro's defense didn't get that memo. Metro would win 6-2, improving to 10-17 in RMAC play. But Metro would drop the second game on Sunday, losing 11-2. The Roadrunners are in Alamosa for a 3-game series this weekend.
Janelle Links running a 1,500 and 437. That's very, very impressive.
Yeah, it's pretty fast. And the baseball team can also qualify for the RMAC tournament with a couple wins this weekend. So
great.
Pretty exciting.
Hope they win those games.
Yeah.
Well, that's it. That's going to do it for this week's edition of the Met Report. For Myles Potter, Paula Ruelas, Peter Mehregan, LeeAnna Duarte, and the whole Met Report staff, I'm Mehregan Mizani, and we will see you on campus.